As the old man was analyzing the ginseng, saying to himself that the wild ginseng looks to be way over 300 years old, and the kid before him seems unaware of its value, also thinking she looks stupid to boot, so it would be a piece of cake to swindle her, as he could make a fortune out of this. Our girl Choa, on the other hand, was in her own dream world thinking only about the kind of marriage she would have. Luckily, though, the old man had some consciousness, as he then sighed heavily, asking himself what he was thinking and how he could fool such a young child. He then turned to Choa, calling her sweetheart, and said that he doesn't have enough money to buy this, so she should go to Rich Kim's house and tell them that Choi Chil Sam, the pharmacist, sent her to sell the wild ginseng. She then bowed and thanked the old man and planned to go to the supposed house. "All right, take care." The old man waved her off. The scene then shifts. Up the mountain somewhere, where our boy was busy enjoying something out loud, and we are shown him snacking on some thigh meat, saying how eating in peace definitely tastes best, and he thinks that's how the world should be. A world in which misery only befalls idiots, and coming to think of it, he thinks that he is also a victim, saying how he lost his chastity due to that little girl and puazing for second. He still wondered what if the girl managed, but he shocked the thought of such, because he is a mountain tiger, and so he cannot get attached to a little girl. A certain voice then interrupted his thoughts, asking if he wasn't worried. "What? About that kid?" He replied to the voice, which seems that he always talks to the voice. The voice then replied that she was not talking about the kid. "Well, it is true that I worry about the ginseng." The voice again continued to say, indeed, losing the precious wild ginseng, being conned by ill-natured people, or being robbed and kidnapped, saying all that as if to hint on something. Furthermore, they might even kill the kid for it. And hearing all that, our boy San Gun realized something that the voice was trying to hint at. The scene then shifts back to the Ungol village as we shown someone busy stuffing his face with food, and someone running to him to report something, calling him Degum, and while still being called loudly, he got frustrated and banged his hand on the table, shouting for the guy who was daring to disturb him while eating, also saying how he was also out of alcohol. But the servant definitely brought forth good news, informing him that a child came to sell wild ginseng with a recommendation from pharmacist Choi Chil Sam. Wild ginseng, he wondered. Seconds later, the seemingly glowing ginseng was brought forth before him, and in seeing them, the man's eyes began to beam with greed and happiness, thinking to himself that he has found a treasure, continuing to think that he has never seen a wild ginseng of this kind of size before, wondering how this child before him got her hands on them and evaluating her further, a girl with white snow-like hair, wondering if she could the person he thinks she is and wanting to take advantage of the situation. He then asked our girl out loud, "Little Missy, are you perhaps a slave?" "Oh? How did you know?" responded the girl. Hearing that, the girl squinted his eyes with disgust, then shouted, "How is a slave sent to be sacrificed still alive? You must have run away!" he exclaimed, also now assuming that the wild ginseng must also be stolen from somewhere. "You're wrong," replied our girl. "My husband gave it to me." "Your husband? How dare you lie to me, you little miscreant!" And calling for his lackey, he ordered him to take the wild ginseng and kick her out. "Yes, sir. Hey, give me that." Resisting, she yelled, "You can't. My husband gave it to me. You dare? Ha! She's not budging? What kind of strength is that?" So he decided to forcefully push her down. "Hand it over. Kaya! Duck this! All you had to do was give me what you stole and I could have let you go. You brought this upon yourself. Get me the ginseng even if you have to use force." "You ducking lich." With that, he grabbed a stick intending on hitting the poor little girl. I'm telling you, I didn't steal it. Humph. Let's see how stubborn you are. After that, the biting began and she was thrown out. And along the way, she could only cry. Sniff. Ow. It hurts. Ah. What should I do now? The wild ginseng you gave me was taken away. Husband. Not seeing the tiger where he left her, she stood there in a daze. Huh? Huss. Banned? She then panicked. Where are you? Husband! It's me, I'm back! Husband! After some running around, she lost hope and could only suffer abandonment. Deep inside the woods were also ghosts and monsters looking to trouble our little waifu. Blood. What a sweet smell. It smells like blood. Hey, you smell really good, child. Oh no. It looks like you're all alone. You poor thing. It's sad and unbearable, isn't it? Come here. We'll be together forever. We will never abandon you. Yes. Good girl. Come here. Come on. That's right. You can stay just like that. 4 years old in body. However, before the ghost could devour the little girl, it was split in half by a powerful attack, and a resounding deep voice echoed around, and it was none other than our Tiger San gun. How dare you? Who the hell are you to be looking at her? With that, he charged up another spiritual attack, blowing up all the ghosts surrounding her. Obviously stunning her as she was still in despair, thinking she was abundant, but she could not still get her mind together before he asked, Who was it? Which bastard did this to you? Tell me, who the hell did this? Wanting to confirm if he was real, Choa squeezed tightly and could only cry bitterly. On the other hand, the shameless people who stole from our waifu. Swoosh, a bag of gold was thrown. You did well. Here, this is for you. Hey! No need to worry. I got my men stationed just outside. Grinning, he thought that even if they come for the wild ginseng, they won't get close to it. Ha ha ha. Good, very good. You can leave now. Oh, this one is even better. This will keep my stomach full for a few months. Should I go to a bar first? He. However, before he could enjoy his small wealth, a loud noise from the outside disrupted everyone, and through force the gates were all broken down. What? Ah! Swoosh! The wind blew. Who's that? What happened? Which scoundrel dares to step in this house? A small figure then appeared through the smoke. You want to die, huh? Ha! Is it you? This lich came back again? I thought I already beat you enough, but it seems I'll need to tire myself out by beating you to death. Beat her? You and what army? Seeing the giant tiger, everyone became speechless. Hearing the noise, the ignorant waste came out yelling, opening the door with force. Who's making a ruckus so late at night? You better shut up, I can't concentrate. But before he could finish, a body flew past him, swaying his hat slightly. Looking at the body laid before him, he could only wonder. But at this moment, the angry tiger was not buying it. Was it you? The bastards who touched this kid? A bunch of hooligans. Looking up at the huge tiger, the people could only shiver. Ganging up to beat a child. You're the lowest kind of scum. I'll pay you back for every time you struck the kid. With that, he prepared to launch an attack to kill them off. However, before he could lend his attack, the little Choa stopped him. Husband, don't! I don't want to see you become a murderer. Let's just get the wild ginseng back. Please. With that cute look on her face, our boy could only give in to her, then sighed. Sheesh. Hey, you. Trembling, the guy could only reply nervously. Yes? Yes! Bring me the wild ginseng. The arrogant waste man then came running. Hey, here, take it. I stored it carefully so that the wild ginseng wouldn't go bad. Bowing down, he continued talking horse crap. I was awaiting its rightful owner. Feeling angered, our boy San Gun silenced him with a loud, powerful roar. Silence. How dare you lie in front of me? Hook, please forgive me. Who? I wanted to shred you to pieces right away, but that child decided to show you mercy. If it weren't for her, you'd be dead already. Now listen carefully. I want you to give us all the food you have that this child can eat. Don't forget. Or right away. I will do as you say. I will get the servants to carry everything to Beksan Mountain immediately. The old man that witnessed everything suddenly fell down with a loud thud, being surprised. Her husband is the mountain deity, bride of the mountain tiger. Then the child is probably a deity too. The next day at the cave. Suddenly there was a lot of noise inside, with birds chirping, chickens clucking, and cows mooing. He suddenly thought, how did this happen? My cozy home, my peaceful life. Then our little Choa spoke out, Husband, this is a raspberry I picked. Try it. She then forcefully fed him, say aha. After feeding him, she giggled happily. Heh heh, isn't it tasty? I may have brought her back, but the objective doesn't change. Where are you going? I'm going out to drink. I want to go too. After some time walking, the little Choa began complaining. I'm getting tired. Where are we going? We're almost there, he replied. Arriving at a lake, the little girl could only be amazed by the amazing view. Wow! After that, a voice echoed. Long time no see, ruler of Beksan. After that, a golden fish appeared. So, was it worth surviving? Yes. Thanks to the arrangement of the mountain, I am living peacefully. Seeing the fish, the little Choa couldn't help but burst out a laugh. Pfft, this fish can talk. How funny. I need you to find something. It's what you're trying to give to the little lady, right? Angered by the fish's laughter, he yelled out, Enough nonsense. With that, the golden fish pulled something out of its mouth. I want you to open that wooden box, he said to the little girl. Is that for me? Indeed. And with a click, she opened it, and the light it emitted was truly dazzling. Wow. A binyeo? It's so pretty. Out of the box, a sparkling jade hairpin appeared. TL, a binyeo, is a Korean traditional hairpin. It is called domo jam, which is made from a 1,000-year-old peach tree. It has the power to drive away evil spirits, so carry it at all times. Are you sure you want to give it to me? You won't take it back? After receiving the gift, she began crying. Panicked, Sangun wondered. What? Why? What's wrong with you? It's my first time. It's the first time someone gave me a present. The first gift of my life, I'll cherish it. The scene then shifts to the next day. The duo in the same sleeping position, however she seemed more pleased at this time, as she was even happily laughing in her dreams. Heh heh. While she was still rubbing herself against the soft fur, he suddenly got up without warning, as always. Hugyak! Stands up. Oh, you are awake, husband? Get ready, he ordered. We have a long way to go. Where are we going? Will you stop asking? Pack as many things as you can. While packing, the voice inside our tiger spoke once more. Do you really need to do that? I don't want to get involved in that child's fate. Don't you think it's her destiny to be a sanbai, or are you still afraid of getting in a relationship? It's not like that. Human beings have their own destiny. Isn't that fundamentally different from a beast like me? And you alone are troublesome enough. The one who despised fate to the point of disgust has become no different than a petty guru who's also stubborn and inflexible. And you're like a sparrow who keeps chattering no matter how old you get. They say tigers get smarter with age. Now I can see that's false. I mean, old people can be assholes too, right? What? You really... I said people, but why is Mr. Sangun so angry? Where are you? Why don't you come out? I'm ready. Yeah, let's go. My blood pressure. The scene then shifts to a cliff as a new claw appears, which belonged to a black tiger. Alongside the panther was a lady, and they seemed to go inside the cave of San Gun. Huh? No one is here? Didn't you tell him I was coming? How could I not have told him? Then why doesn't San Gun show himself? Maybe he's avoiding confronting Mr. Black Tiger. Is that so? Otherwise, how could he, the owner of Beksan, not show up? I see. He ran away because he's too afraid to face this black tiger. Ha 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 ha. Do you want to go back? No, I'll stay here. So cozy. It'll be a great place to dream. He will show up one day, right? I can't wait for him to come here. Ha ha ha. Please, don't laugh so much. The scene then shifts to the mountain road as an old man and a child were walking along the mountain. Along the way, however, there was a rustle, and all of a sudden our boy San Gun appeared before them, naturally shocking them. T! Reach! Step back! San Gun and the old man then locked eyes, but the tense atmosphere was shattered by the sight of our little waifu on top of a tiger. Huh? Hello? Hey, hello? Master, there's a girl on a tiger's head. Who? Let's observe for now. What are you looking at? After nightfall, it seemed that it was dinner time, as our tiger hunted some deer for meat, killing it with just one strike. Why do I have to eat the same meal all the time? This is so tasteless. Those little children, while roasting the meat, it seemed that Choa was really looking forward to it. What is it that you talked about for so long? Ah, he's the same age as me. That's why we decided to be friends. His name is Bicheong. Bicheong? The silence was then interrupted by her grumbling stomach. You must have been very hungry. However, Choa was really embarrassed at this point. Husband, if you're hungry, hurry up and eat seriously. What nonsense are you blabbering? You're the one who's hungry. Wasn't that sound coming from your stomach? It wasn't. It's coming from your stomach. That's the sound you make when you're hungry. Why? Are you trying to fool me because you're embarrassed? I'm not, she yelled. I'm not deaf. You and me? There's only the two of us. Do you think I can't tell whose stomach is making that sound? Hearing that, she just got annoyed as she was huffing and puffing. Ugh! She then grabbed the piece of meat from the fire and stormed off. Husband is an idiot. Eh? What's wrong with her? Ha ha ha. The mysterious voice laughed. How can you not understand a woman's heart? Aren't you going to follow her? Nights in mountains are dangerous for a child. What can I do? The runaway hairpin will protect her. It can drive out evil spirits and ghosts, but it can't drive out other spirits. Besides, if she's lost, then it must be the child's destiny. Was it also destiny that made you a tiger? Hearing that, he couldn't help but flinch a little. Why do you care so much about that child? Well, maybe it's because my owner isn't being honest with his feelings. Nonsense. After some time, the old man then came out to confront our tiger San Gun, drawing out his sword. Now that I see it, you're not a spirit, but a beast that eats people. What? I am Cheong Do-san from Gonryun. Did you think I wouldn't know that there's a Changui by your side? Changui. Changui is the soul of a person who died from a bite of a tiger and became his slave. The person's evil spirit leads people to the tiger. Gonryun? He wondered. Ah, it is said that the warriors of Gonryun Mountain are sensitive to the presence of ghosts. How troublesome. Come out. With that, our tiger San Gun released the tiger demon, the voice that was always talking to him, appearing in the form of a very charming woman. Seeing her, the old man shouted, In the name of my Gonryun Mountain, I will take the soul away. With that, San Gun departed, leaving the girl, who he names Hwaran, and the old man to deal with everything. Hwaran, he's here for you, so you take care of it. This thing? Where are you going? I will deal with you. With that said, Huaren pulled out a sword out of a green space pendant. That hole stop cavity? An otherworldly treasure that can trap anything inside it regardless of size. A Changui can handle that? Can I ask you a question? What the hell is that thing on your neck? Gurus in general are experts in the martial arts they have learned, and they tend to set up their own justice. Now that we've already drawn our swords, we should let them do the talking, if you say so. With that, the old man made his move, the dragon-shaped step, in which he split himself into multiple selves. After all, she is just a ghost whose human nature has disappeared. I'll kill you in one go. However, the old man made a mistake of underestimating her, and with a glint of sharpness in her eyes, swirling with a purple color, surprising the old man. Too late to realize that she was not to be messed with, as her strike was fast and powerful, throwing back the old man, hands trembling. However, she did not let him rest, following up with another downward strike. Before the strike could land, the old guy blocked it, but the force was so powerful that the ground collapsed. Overwhelmed, the old guy could only grit his teeth and counterattacked with his move, the dragon-shaped step, which evaded Huaren's blow. "You can't get away from me that easily," she said, attacking him once more, the blow sending him flying. Watching this, the kid yelled out for his master. "Ma! Master!" On the other hand, the old guy's hand and sword were trembling. "No way," he thought. "She is too powerful." Looking up at the downward strike, he despaired. "No. Is that really a Changui?" Before the old man could be ended, the scene then shifted to our little female lead, who was busy munching on the piece of leg meat. "Is it tasty?" a voice sounded. "It's chilly here, so let's go back to the fire." While he was also impressed by her eating speed. "Wow, you eat so well." Little Choa was still upset, however, and after looking at him, she humphed. "Oh my," turning around, the Tiger Man told her. "Really? Okay, do what you please, but I'm going," he spoke firmly. Trying to scare her, he told her that there's always trouble around there, which instantly caught her attention. Nervous, she could only reply, "Oh, let's go together, husband." She ran after him. I knew it. After all, a child is just a child. Suddenly, he felt something and halted his steps. Not paying attention, the little girl bumped into him. "Ouch! Why did you stop suddenly? My nose hurts. Be quiet!" With a serious gaze, he uttered, "Come out!" However, at first there was no response, as the wind blew through the grass, giving a spooky aura. The voice in the darkness then spoke out to reply. "I won't say it again. Leave the girl here and be gone. If you do as I say, I won't hurt you. It's either a minor form or a high state of a phantom spirit," he thought, also thinking, while looking at the little girl, that he knew this would happen, but not so soon. He then came up with a plan. "First, if I hand over the child to you, you won't touch my life. Can you promise that?" Hearing that, little Choa became puzzled and confused. "Let's see what happens now," Sandgun thought. And as if on cue, the voice spoke out, not forgetting to laugh as things were going as planned for him. "Fu-hoo-hoo, you know my motive. I'll do it. There are enough tigers in the first place, so leave the girl here and go." With a worried look, little Choa gazed up on him, relying on him for answers. "Hus? Band?" However, as always, our boy Sandgun acted cold towards her, informing her to let go of him. Looking for a reason why he was being so cold towards her, she suddenly asked, "Why? Why? Are you angry at Choa? I won't do it again, okay? So..." However, before she could finish her sentence, he silenced her. "Shut up. Are
you going to make me die because of you? Our brief encounter has created a bond, but it is not enough to risk death, so stop and accept it." With that, he coldly shook her hand off and left her there all alone, and realizing she was being abandoned, her eyes could not help but lose all the hope she had and accepted everything as she was used to being thrown away anyways. Relishing in her despair, the figure of the voice appeared with a huge amount of dark aura, looming over our little Choa. Ah, I never thought I'd find a white-blooded ghost in a place like this, wahaha. Will our little waifu truly be sacrificed? Is this the end of their journey? Well, be sure to subscribe for more content. Until next time.